Okay, I guess I'm gonna decide to do this. Hi. Um, well, I guess today's topic would be, gosh, actually, there's a few great things I have, in store that I'm excited to share about. Tomorrow evening, my mom and I, for her birthday last month, um, I surprised her with a concert that she and I are going to, which will be Monday evening, tomorrow, April 17th at 8 p.m. at the Palace of Fine Arts in San Francisco. We're going to see Darren Hayes live, and he's one of our all-time favorites. I love Savage Garden, and I'm probably going to be spewing out, like, singing Savage Garden, Darren Hayes songs on Smule and posting them on here, too. So, yeah, that'll be great. And I guess first I want to start out with, and maybe this will help a bit, with some paranoia that I've been having today. And, it's certain anxieties that, I still get every now and then, and I don't expect it to go away or just disappear forever or so. I mean, sometimes there's a reason why it comes back, but I'll start with the gratefulness stuff first. Because somehow I think maybe it'll help ease that, and it'll help me get centered or so. Yeah, and there's the G word, and what I mean by G word, it's not an issue for me to say anymore. But I guess one of the topics today is of certain words that, could still bother me or used to bother me or so. But the G word I'm referring to is grounded. And I know the type of grounding I'm talking about is getting centered and breathing and getting present and back to yourself kind of thing. Not the grounded like punishment or something. Or you can't leave your room for, a week or something. But I know that's a thing that most parents have done with their kids. And personally, I know my oldest sister was right, but I never was grounded because I honestly I had a lot of special needs and a lot of, I don't know, needs within a special way that, I mean, there was just nothing to ground me about. I barely got in trouble. I finished everything. I I went out on a limb to barely ever make a mistake because I just never wanted that to happen to me. But I mean, I've had punishments happen, like sitting on timeout or that kind of thing. But as a teenager being grounded, no, that never happened to me. Um, but my sister, how she was different. Well, I think as an older sibling, a lot of older siblings are a lot of responsibilities expected of them, and I think looking back or thinking back about it, I think maybe too much was expected. I don't know. I mean, that's all in the past, right? We keep the past behind us, right? It comes up every now and then, but one of the sayings that I've journaled down lately about, or I would save the link or the post, right, on Facebook, that, our past was only a lesson, not a life sentence. And yeah, I give, I'd say, my parent, I know every parent, does the best they know how to do, and siblings as well. My sister and I is close as shit. I mean, we are very close. That's a great thing, we are. And my mom and her and I, and, we're all being in the same room these days, and we could talk of anything. Um, but like, how would you say? What I mean by here's another paranoia thing. What I mean by, we are close as shit, meaning we are close like crazy. Anyways, but I'd say I really give her credit, or anybody credit, to when they were trying to look out for me, and I just did not know how to take care of myself, or really know how to speak for myself at the time. I mean, I think, she did as best as she could. We all did. she was very loving, and also, I mean, we all are lovey and sketchy and bossy, and here all of it all at once, right? But mostly loving. Um, anyways, gratefulness. Yeah, maybe this will be about. It'll be about gratefulness and paranoia, because they're coexisting right now, right? I guess I'll go on to the paranoia thing because I already brought it up. I talked about already one event that I'm happy and grateful about, right? My paranoia today is that, well, actually, one thing got resolved. There's a syringe for a pet that I give medicine to that one syringe like broke today, but there was a backup, and since the clients are actually out of country right now, we use the WhatsApp to keep in contact, so I can video or photo anything that I have a question about or so. Otherwise we usually call each other or text each other, but so yeah, well, no, the syringe thing is taken care of. There's a backup on that, so I think that's off the list now. I can scratch that. Another one other paranoia thing is there's a particular plant I was asked to take it, well, more like a succulent, and only once or twice a week or so, that along with the other succulents in this bathroom, you put water in a bucket for 2 or 3 hours or so. One of those plants, actually the green, just I was pulling it out of its bath and it fell off into the sink, and somehow I'm trying to the green part, let's just say that, I don't know, the stem, or it broke and it fell off or something, and I'm thinking, shit, I'm like, this isn't my fault, I didn't cause this, it probably was bound to happen anyways, right? And I was doing I'm doing what I'm told. I do my best, and so I don't know if it's going to be a thing that one of the clients might, I don't know, get discouraged about or disappointed about or so, and I can't control what how people feel, and I get that. So if there's any other fear and anxiety I have is, well, anyone getting discouraged or mad at me, like, over, and I would understand it, right? But it's just like, hello. I mean, I intend to be a good listener here, but we all have our problems. Don't take yours out on me. Or that's just, anyways. Ugh, paranoia and OCD. It's all just coming out now. But I'm not suffering. I'm not. I'm playing it cool. I'm just talking about it. I'm just processing it, which is really the best way, and facing the fear that right now you feel is a real true, come on, what's the word? A real true accuracy. It turns out it really isn't. It really isn't all that true, and not that big of a deal. And if something is a big deal, and if I need something, needed something to be a little more consistent, because in my case, notes and instructions help, and I always get those with a pet and house sitting, and they're given well, they are. But if anything I wasn't sure, I can question about, and if something happens that was out of my control, then no, I'm not. Why would I get upset? Why would anyone get upset at me? Now, if someone, we all have bad days, right? If someone just shouts out for no entire reason, like, what are you looking at? Or so, then that I won't take personally, or I don't these days, just because we don't know what that person's going through, and who knows, we want to avoid any kind of incident or episode or so. But anyways, there's paranoia number 2, I guess. What was number 1? Oh yeah, the syringe thing, but that's scratched off. Number 2 was the plant, or the succulent. Everything else, all the other plants, like in the patio, backyard, and front yard, are good. And very utterly important of all, the pets. The pets are great, and the dog I'm looking after, you know, she's up in her years, and she, you know, her energy's still fine, and she still has a good appetite, um, and yeah, so and I'm supposed to watch her and these cats. Oh, I love the cats too. They look like brother and sister, but they're from different litters, believe it or not. Um, but yeah, I believe at least one or two other visits I will be able to kick in. You know, once I don't want to say cross the rainbow bridge, right? Um, but um, okay. Anyways, okay. Here's another paranoia, and I think it's really the only one else I could think about. Yeah, I guess it's it just still feels big right now. But one of my other jobs is like I'm an administrator of a couple pages on Facebook and Twitter for Ascend, um, you know, the adult autism organization I'm a part of. And I'm going to put that in the, I'll put it on the screen, or I'll put it in the comments or in the description about Ascend, because we really are, we're always looking out for others to reach out to others, and for those to reach out to us without hesitant, or you know, just come and tell your story. You're not alone, and you know, that kind of thing. And it's hard. It's really hard to reach out, but to us, I mean, it's just a lot of us. You know, we've had our different experiences, and in that case, you know, the thing that we have in common is that we've been somewhere with that, right? You know, that saying, we've all been there, but we've been some. I mean, we've all had different experiences, but we've been somewhere with it, right? On a certain deep, you know, exhausting level. So, and today here I am to talk about it. And so, yeah, you could talk about your story too. So, feel free to please visit the ascendpage.org and check us out sometime. And if you're familiar, if you're in the San Francisco or Bay Area in California, we are based in San Francisco, and we have general meetings on Zoom. We used to have them in person. Hopefully, we'll have them in person again, indoors somewhere. But we usually have them on Zoom, and we have our TV show. We always have a guest. We usually every night, maybe once or twice a month. We'd like it to be more frequent than that, but it's a matter of getting a guest on. If you want to be a guest on our show, please reach out. And again, I will give the link to ascend.org, and everything that I've just talked about now will be on the Ascend page. So, anyways, I got this notification on a violation. You know, obviously it seemed suspicious and could have been fake. I deleted it, and did I click on the link? I sort of did. I know better. I do. I know not to, but I did change my password, so maybe nothing will come of it. But there was something about our Ascend page on Facebook um that something looked violated on there, or something, you know, was put out there that was, I don't know, it seemed inappropriate or insulting to somebody else. But my boyfriend and I thought about it, and he brought up the thing that I recently changed my avatar, my profile picture, and I'm my Facebook page is connected to the Ascend page. So as long as you change the password right, Ascend will be fine. Page will be fine too. So, but anyways, I'll still keep a lookout for it either way. But I always write to the group and just, you know, I just let them know what's going on. And every quarter we have a board meeting and we talk of things. And then when it comes about with social media, which I'm in charge of, you know, our pages and we're getting followers, we're getting engagements, and we're doing very well. And So, okay, so I guess those are some topics: gratefulness, paranoia, and the Ascend website. Anyway, I guess that's it. Have a great well, it's early evening or a little later now, but to everyone else, have a great day or evening or wherever you are. So, okay.